Hello, it's Danielle Doucette, and I am here giving you the first look at the new Kartra page builder setup. So let's get into it. On the left-hand side, you'll see that there are a lot less options. We have sites, settings, styles, components, and AI now, which is exciting. But let's take a look. So sites is going to be the same. Settings now have a couple of different options that have moved from the sidebar into settings. So we have SEO parameters as usual, tracking code as usual, tags and page redirect. Now we have pop-ups added in here. So this is where you'll add your landing pop-up or your exit pop-up. And we have the help desk moved in here. So if you're going to turn on your help desk, you'd be doing it from inside of settings now, not on a separate selection in the sidebar there. Styles is going to be, we have our page, we have component styles, and we have custom styles where you can put in CSS. Then we have our components, and now this is super exciting to me. This is organized in a new way where we have our basic components and then our widgets. So basic components, text, of course, image, headlines, videos, buttons, sound players. Whoops. We clicked into that. Forms, lists, icons, accordions, separators, boxes, carousels, columns, compositions, and the your code. So your code used to be hanging out over here in the bottom left of the sidebar. Now it is in components, which makes a lot more sense to me because it is a component that you're going to add to the page. So I like that that is built in now. Columns is down here sort of towards the bottom of the basic, which we'll see what I think of that. And then we've got widgets. So you can add the calendar, you can add comments. Let's take a look at this. We've got Facebook comments and discuss that was added back in recently or not too long ago. It was taken away with the previous page builder update and then brought back by request. Countdowns, Google Maps, Kartra webinar, a progress bar, a social share, or a survey. So those are kind of more things that are like a widget that you're going to add to the page. So that makes sense to me too. Now, what's missing over here is the columns mode, right? Or columns selection where am I right? Wait. So what's missing over here is sections. So we used to have sections and components. Now, instead of having to grab a section from the left-hand sidebar, you can see that if you come to the top of the page, we have this option to add a section. And if we scroll down to the between these two existing sections, we also have this option. So let's go ahead and click into that. Now all of our sections pop up and we've got our favorites. We've got our basic elements. So we have an empty section, a header menu, a footer, or a bottom bar. So these are the alert bars. They used to also be on the left-hand sidebar, and now they are in this new place of all of our sections, and it's in there called a bottom bar instead of an alert bar. Then we have content sections. So these are going to be those designed sections that we are able to choose from to add in. And it looks like everything that we used to have is still available to us in there, portfolios and team and pricing tables. And we're able to just select it and it's going to pop in. Hopefully this is going to eliminate that drag and drop issue we used to have where trying to add a section in and it might drop to the bottom of the page, or it might not go between the two sections where you wanted it to go. Now this is going to be pretty precise. And then down here at the bottom of the content sections is that your code section. So we used to have the your code in the left-hand sidebar, and you could choose between a section or a component. And now they're split up, but here's where you can find that. So let's go ahead and pop in a features section where I just selected this. And there it goes. We didn't have to drag and drop it anywhere. We just selected where we wanted to put it and it popped in there. Let's say that we wanted to add a header to this page. There we go. It's that easy. This is so lovely. This is really great. Now I also notice that up here in our top bar, we're missing the switch between columns mode and components mode. So let's see what that means for editing things. So I can understand that we now add sections by clicking in to put them where we want them to go. Let's edit a section over here. We are still able to drag and drop things if we need to, and that honestly was a lot smoother of a process than it has been in the past. Well, dragging it down was. Let's try to move it back up to the top. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's see if there's any other changes over here. Okay, so basically with adding sections in, it's going to be a lot easier than having to grab them from the side and drag them over, because now you just add it wherever you want it to go. So that's a good thing. Now, obviously, editing our components is all looking the same. Let's edit this text box and see if anything's different here. It is still a little bit the same way it used to be, with a little bit of jumpiness. Okay, this all looks the same. Hopefully it's going to be easier and less buggy to do things like edit our text, edit images, and such. Let's see if we wanted to edit the background of this section. We've got our background color, background image. If we wanted to remove the image, we can. Opacity and image blur, that's all similar there. That's all the same. So that looks good. Now, okay, so instead of the columns and components mode at the top, we have this here that says edit columns. So let's go ahead and turn that on. And I see that now, instead of just showing columns, what that does is it allows us to edit them. So when we switch that on, we now have the ability to edit the column width like we used to be able to, where we could move this out if we wanted to and make that 100%. We can switch those things around. So, okay. So now, rather than switching from columns and components, we have edit columns, and we either turn it on or turn it off. When we have it turned on, we're able to edit our columns and our rows, which are still our columns are blue and our row is aqua. And we also have something here called Generate with AI. So when we click on that inside of our row, we have what kind of content do you need? Example, generate content to promote my new online course called Home Gardening. Select the tone, select the language, include my business AI settings, and then use Kartra AI, and there is a usage limit. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how this would apply inside of a column. I can kind of see that more inside of the a text box, but let's go ahead and give it a shot, shall we? So generate content to showcase my new course on how to use Canva for easy image editing or something like that. Let's see, select a tone, and I want to do conversational. Turn this on to include your business details in the AI prompt. With these details added, Kartra AI will generate results that are personalized for your unique brand and audience. And if we click on this, it's going to open us up into, a place where we're able to edit our settings. Great. So we'll look at that in a little bit. Whoops, this undid our AI. Let's go ahead and give that another shot. We'll try it here. Okay. Generate content to promote my new course on how to easily edit images. Conversational, use Kartra AI. Let's see what happens. Wow. Okay. So inside of this section, we have review the AI generated content in your page to fine tune, and then we can use it, revert to previous, or we can ask AI to refine it. Are you tired of struggling with complex image editing software? Our course will teach you everything you need to know about using Canva to create stunning designs effortlessly. With step-by-step guidance. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm going to revert to previous, and you can see that what that really did for us was take the placeholder text, the lorem ipsum, and replace it with what we asked it to create, which is amazing. Look at that. So let's go ahead and say use content. I would like this. There we go. That edit column width to go away. That was pretty amazing. Okay, let's take a look inside of this column. Generate examples of what will be included in my starter plan of my course. Conversational. I'm not really giving it too much there. I don't know what it's going to be able to do. Look at that. Welcome to your starter plan. Get ready to dive into the basics. What's included? 5 lessons. And then here are like some just very general things. That's amazing. Okay, let's use the content there. So, so far, and I am was very skeptical about adding AI into a page builder and kind of taking away from what really matters in editing our pages, which is the ease of dragging and dropping and adding sections and adding components and things like that, which I think in this iteration has definitely been the best update to the page builder that I have seen yet. I'm super impressed with what I'm seeing so far, but I'm also seeing that AI in this use case is really quite good. I love the way that it is added in here, like the way that it is able to help you to populate this, for example, this long form sales page. Now let's see inside of components. We also have the option to add, to use the AI. So let's click into this text box here, click generate with AI, and we have the same options here. So you're just going to put in, like you can see in the example here, it says mention a time sensitive offer. with a 40% discount. So you can put in what you need to, and it is going to create or outline that content for you. I don't know that I would necessarily just use Kartra AI to write the whole page, but to help you fill out the blocks on the page and to help you brainstorm or outline what you're going to write. It looks really good. I don't even know what to say here. Okay, so you can use AI inside of the components. So text boxes and whatnot. You can use it inside of the entire column, which, like we saw here, actually will edit the headline, the subheadline, the paragraphs, possibly even bullet points. I don't know if we have a section in here with bullet points. Ooh, let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 boxes. Let's edit columns and see what we can get into here. Okay. So we don't have AI for an entire section. And if I go into edit columns, it allows me to use, to edit the row with 2. So if we click over into AI on the left-hand side, I'm not exactly sure what, where this goes, because obviously if we click into the component and we click on generate AI, we can have generate a feature of my new Canva course on editing images easily. Okay, so it, if we go to previous and come back to it, so it added our welcome to our new Canva course on image editing, get ready to, so that's not what I would want to have there, but the previous one was great, generate a feature. So let's see if it will generate a feature here, learn the art of editing. Okay, so that worked when we generate with AI inside of our component. We've also seen generating AI within the row. So this might be generate 4 distinct features of my new course on container gardening, let's say. Let's use that example. Let's see what it comes up with. And will it put them into the bullet points correctly? Let's see. This is pretty exciting. Okay, discover the joy of gardening with our new course, title up to 24 characters. Okay, expert tips, community support, easy to follow lessons. Text up to 120, interesting. Okay, so it didn't do as great of a job with this, but obviously I gave it very, very little to go on. And if you're describing your own course, you would obviously give it a lot more about context about your course so that it could pull in these features. But that is really cool. Let's use that content and then let's click generate with AI over here and see what this does. Does it populate the whole page? Generate a long form. I don't think it will, but let's see. Sales page for my new course on container gardening. It will be a 6-week course, have 10 modules, and community support. The price is So it looks like it is working on the whole page. I am going to be shocked if it does this whole page, but it looks like it is. No way. Let's see. Okay. Welcome to the wonderful world of container gardening. Embark on your journey 6-week course, ready to unlock the secrets. Of course, it definitely sounds like AI, right? But we could expect that, and we would need to do some editing. But let's take a look. It did that first section. Get ready to turn your outdoor space into a beautiful and bountiful garden in our first module. Selecting the right containers, explore a variety of plant options, learn the signs that indicate when to water. Wow. Okay, unleash your creativity. So so this is 4 modules. I think we said we'd have 10. We'll help you identify common garden pests, join the community, cultivate, embark on. Okay. Prepare your soil. Learn the signs that indicate when and how to water your plants. This did a really good job at populating the best that it could with what we gave it. So it didn't fill out the entire long form sales page, but it did do quite a lot of what it was. It did like what, 4 sections? And I gave it very little to go on. So that was cool. Let's click use content there. Now I'm wondering if there's an option for images. I don't know if there is. Okay. So it looks like no. Let's take a look in this one, and no. All right, so the AI is for text. I am blown away. I'm so excited about this new update to the page builder. I think it will make editing inside of Kartra so much more enjoyable, especially with long form sales pages. Dragging and dropping seems to have been improved. We can see when we're dragging and dropping this text block, it does look a little different. The orange block is slightly visually different, but it turns green where we want to drop it, which is what we're used to. I'm going to take this text block from up here and try to drag it down here. And when I tell you that the dragging and dropping is much easier to do, you can see that my page is not, it's not jumping or scrolling too fast. I'm able to bring this up to the top of the page and scroll it up. I'm able to bring it down to, whoops, too far, the bottom of the page and scroll it down. So it does seem that the dragging and dropping issue has been fixed in this update. I like the new clean left-hand sidebar. Edit columns makes so much more sense now. And adding new sections could not be easier. That is really cool. Oh, wait a second. You know what? Add a section at the top, but it's not showing me add a section between those two. But it is right here. So that is interesting. If I added another section to the top and I wanted to bring between the header and that first section, the dragging and dropping was much easier. Well, 2 thumbs up from me for now. I'm super excited to be able to share with you this first look. And if you are not yet a Kartra user, this is a wonderful time to jump in. You can grab a trial with my link. And if you are a Kartra user, log in, edit one of your pages. Let me know what you think.